Hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a love reading, so it's going to look into a connection with you and a specific other person. We're going to look at both of your energies and what's developing within the connection. And we have our 4 groups here today with pile 1 on the left through to number 4 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below, along with the cards that I'm using. There's a link to my booking page. If you'd like a private reading, you can book one on there. There's also a link to my Facebook page where I'm sharing oracle cards most days of the week, and a link to my TikTok where I'm also sharing short daily readings there as well. So I'll leave you with your selection, and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey Group 1, welcome to the reading. If you chose the Chameleon Heart, looks really dark on the camera, and this one is for you. So this reading is an intense one. Should probably maybe even put a trigger warning on it, but I think you already know anyway, so let's just jump in. So this is a love reading, as the title says, and what I'm going to be looking at here in this reading, similar to the love readings I used to do a long time ago, but anyway, we've got them on this side, then it'll be your energy. However, you can obviously interchange them if you feel like you resonate more with the person I'm talking about first. By all means, swap it around. However, I've intended it to be you're on this side, so I'll address their energy first, looking at how they're feeling about the connection, how they're viewing you, and what they would like for the connection moving forward. There's a couple of Uncover Love and Breakup Oracle, because it does feel like an intense connection and a challenging situation. So I've chosen the Oracle cards to suit. We've got, might do some channeled messages from the Hermit Tarot if I feel it will help towards the end there. So yeah, let's jump in with their headspace to start with. We've got the 5 of Cups, the Queen of Cups reversed, and the 9 of Wands. So they're quite up in their head about the situation, and I feel like they may have blocked you or you may have blocked them. They're feeling very sad about the lack of communication between you both. I feel like it might be a no contact situation for some of you. If not, maybe it's already over. If it's not over, then it's close, like it's a declining relationship. It's breaking down. And they're really caught up in their feelings about it. I think they're perhaps drowning in their emotions. When you see the Queen of Cups reversed next to the 5 of Cups, they are really grieving and just trying to protect themselves. There's a lot of cards to go through, so I won't stay there too long. They're definitely feeling very tired. I think there's a part of them has a really hard time letting you go. There's a real depth to this connection, and you've been through a lot together, perhaps. And I can see that this person, I don't know why I said he's, so maybe this is a masculine I'm talking about, but doesn't matter either way. This person is just feeling absolutely exhausted and really not able to process this whole situation so well. So it's sort of like maybe they're retreating or just sort of hiding away at the moment. I feel like this situation has just sort of been around and around and around, and there's such a tiredness on both ends from that as well. So in the heart space, we've got the 10 of Swords, the Fool, and the 7 of Cups. And I feel with this, obviously the 10 of Swords, it shows that they've tried to create an ending in the heart space here. So it could have been them that's walked away. It doesn't matter who walked away. I think you both have at times. So with the 10 of Swords, the Fool, they definitely wanted to end this situation, but they're a bit confused about it now. They're not so sure. They're rethinking it a little bit. They're really extremely confused about how they feel about this situation. You can see here that they want a new beginning that's carefree. They want their freedom. Whether that's, for some, maybe they want freedom within the relationship, but others, they want to end this so they can just have a fresh start somewhere else. But like this, I do feel, I've got to say, this relationship does feel like it ends, or it's ending, or needs to end. It does feel like that's the right thing, but it doesn't mean that it's easy to come through the process of letting each other go. And that's what the hardest part is here. There's clearly been an ending. The 10 of Swords, they're feeling isolated, alone, grieving everything. They're just feeling like everything's quite a mess. and they wish that they could just feel that sense of renewal and just let go, but they can't. They're constantly processing so many of the thoughts and the what ifs, and I think they might have some paranoia or some fears around you and what you're choosing or what you're up to. I know they're very curious about you, and they're probably watching over your social media or checking in on you energetically. Perhaps there's a strength of connection here that shows that you can check each other energetically. Telepathy is here, that sort of thing. So how they're viewing you at this time, I think they see you as pretty well successful in many areas of your life, and I think they just see you as waiting for your new opportunity. You're waiting for your new beginning. There's something you're working on in your life that is growing, and it's going to be quite successful. They see you as an up and coming star or something like this. I think that they kind of feel like you're waiting for them as well to reach out and take a message, whether that's for closure or just reconnection. I think they sense you're waiting for them, or they sort of see you in the energy of waiting. But I also get that a lot of that is in regards to your opportunities in life, that you're waiting for your next chapter, you're waiting for some sort of opportunity so you can progress in your world. What they would like for this connection moving forward, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and Death. They want to work together with you. Well, look, it feels weird. It feels strange because part of them knows that that's not a good idea and it's not going to work. And maybe it's because you've been through a cycle with this person so many times before that faith is being lost, and they know that you're probably better off without them, or vice versa. But that doesn't help them want to work together with you because there's such a depth of connection. They do love you. There is love here. There's also a lot of fear and I nearly said damage. Yes, damage. There is damage here within the connection, but I also get a very strong sense that this damage is from prior connections, from perhaps even childhood. There's some deep-seated issues here that are personal before this connection even came to be. Whether that's in you or both of you and are mirrored, there's a lot of triggering that's happened within this connection. But they want to see transformation. I think they want to work with you. I think deep down, they may even just wish they could have friendship with you, if that's all that they could have, to support them or know that you're in their corner while they make bigger changes in their life, because they need to make some changes in their life. They're not fulfilled. There's things in their life that are just really not fulfilling. So I'll jump over to their Uncover Love oracles. We've got self-worth, opposites, karmic cycle, and curiosity. Self-worth definitely shows that energy of feeling like you're so much better than them, or that you have a lot more to offer. Maybe they think you're aesthetically more beautiful than them, or maybe there's just something about you that they feel the opposite of, right? They feel like you're so much more, maybe you have a better way with people, or you just shine naturally, or maybe you take better care of your health, or you have a better mindset, or you just have better opportunities. There's just so much about them, they think you're better than them. There is a lot of opposites within the connection. Maybe there's a big age gap, or maybe there's some things about you that I think you would be able to clearly acknowledge that that there's some opposites here. Karmic cycle, then that does tell me that about past issues as well. Lessons must be learned, unresolved past life issues. This love is teaching you 100%. I do feel like they have trouble learning the lessons though. They may have all the intentions and wishes for things to heal and become stronger and better, but I don't see any proactive choices to help them break that cycle. We've got curiosity. I think this is about their genuine curiosity for you. Like they're so, I want to say obsessed. Some of them may have obsession issues where they do want to know everything about you. So at times that might be why this connection is so confusing. I'll get over that in your energy about how you see the connection. But it's kind of truth. I see that here where there is such a sweetness. There are reasons you've held on. There are reasons you've gone around and around, because it wasn't all bad. Like there was definitely, for some that may come across as love bombing and that sort of dynamic where you've been trauma bonded for some. So other cards in the breakup oracle, this is for if you're experiencing breakup with this person, which is pretty clear here, like, you know, I can't avoid that. Some of you may try and make this work, and all power to you. I think anyone can heal, as long as you can heal yourself. Both people need to want to heal themselves. And I do believe anyone can do that. I certainly have. I know I'm living proof of that. I've come from the dark. We all have our own version of that, but it's depending on how self-reflective we can be and what we truly want, and does that align. So I don't want to say I don't believe in whatever, but you know, this connection, let's be honest, it looks like it's tough. So we've got differences. This is from their side of the breakup oracle. Maybe we're just too different to make the relationship work. Kind of marries the opposite card there. Competition. I get intimidated and nervous knowing you get so much attention. They're perhaps obsessive and possessive in their energy. I can see Scorpio's energy here can be a little like that. Sometimes Capricorn is here as well, so is Aquarius. Taurus can be that way. I think anyone can be that way. It's more than the sun sign anyway, isn't it? We've got Epiphany. I didn't realize how empty my life was until you left me, or vice versa. If they left, it doesn't really matter. I think you both have just kind of like, it kind of feels like such a mess at one point there that it's hard to tell who left. I don't know if that makes sense to you. It just, and that's exactly it. That's why this Three of Pentacles is here and what they want for the connection. They kind of want to move ahead with you. They want to make plans for the future. They want to know you're going to be a part of their future. They want to see growth and transformation. Death card there. Because they feel empty, and that's the self-worth card. From the very beginning, there was obviously things that weren't fulfilling in their life. They weren't doing perhaps things that fulfilled them. They maybe weren't on the right track to start with, maybe. And telepathic, I close my eyes and speak to you in 100 silent ways. They do feel very connected to you constantly, and I think they're trying to turn that off, but don't know how. It might be the same for you, but let's go over now into your energy here. We've got the King of Swords, the Devil, and the Page of Cups in your headspace. So you're I think, drawing a very strong, firm line here in the sand when it comes to this toxic behavior. And I think you've forgiven over and over and over again, and you kind of might be feeling like it's on you now. For some of you out there might be feeling like, well, if I take this back, then it's like I'm just asking for more chaos or more drama or more of this consistent issue. You may be feeling very attached to this person as well, finding it very hard to get them out of your mind also, but that's just part of a process of releasing, and that's totally natural and normal. I do feel like you see friendship with this person, but then it's like, I kind of get this sense that when they're coming forward with any level of certainty, almost maturity, when they can finally articulate something from a strong place inside of them, it tends to be, it feels like it tends to be like the more negative aspect of the relationship. Like they can come in really strong and firm and self-defensive when it comes to battling or fighting or something, but then when it comes to actually offering something gentle, something affectionate or something, it's like it's never the whole thing. Like they go all in on the wrong things, if that makes sense. I feel really burnt up, like hot at this point, like really hot in the head. Wow. I think things get really heated, right? I think things get really worked up, and it's a pressure cooker. But then there's this other side. There's this other side to them. There's this other side to the relationship that is soft, that is sweet, that is funny. I think they make you laugh. I think they make you so happy at times. There's so much, but I think you're coming to realize that maybe that's just fantasy. Maybe that's just well wishes. Maybe I'm holding on to potential, that sort of thing. So in the heart space, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Swords, and the Four of Cups. The imagery really speaks quite clearly here. I think you have totally going round and round and round this wheel, with somebody who can't stop their negative thinking. I think you feel like you need to just cut yourself out and away from this and spend your own time sort of processing, trying your best to not sit in victimhood to the situation, but still grieve it and feel it at the same time. Like I think you want to be careful of your perceptions so that you can liberate yourself rather than become stuck in any form of victim mentality or that you're losing out on something. I think you want to look at it more like you're rescuing yourself or liberating yourself from it. So the Four of Cups is definitely all the disappointment that you feel from this person, from the situation, from it not turning out to how you really hoped it would be. I think you came into this connection with a lot of hope for it, because there was I really feel like this is someone you've never met before. Like, you've never met someone like this person, I mean to say. There's definitely some extreme magnetism towards this person for you, and that's something you're trying to I think just reconcile within yourself and release. So how you're viewing them at this time, we've got the Three of Cups and the Three of Swords, the Star and the Ten of Wands. So see such conflicting energies in each one. Where you see them at one moment, they may be your best friend, and then they're your biggest pain. At one moment, they bring all this hope and joy into the situation, and then the weight of the world is on your shoulders. And this is your view of them too. So that's not only what they bring to you, that's how they live their own life, perhaps, where they're just not very stable mentally or emotionally. There may be some mental health struggle here. Definitely some pain from the past that's being held on to, the inability to let go and release and forgive, or just, they think they do hold on to quite a bit. They do have hope for reunion here, they do, but I think, well, this is all how you're viewing them, I've got to remember, which probably wasn't too inaccurate, you know. I think you're viewing them quite correctly, that like they do want this, but they are very troubled by everything. They're troubled by themselves, their own mind, they're troubled by this connection. I think some of them, for some of you, they are highly suspicious of you cheating on them or betraying them in any sense of the word. I feel like that may be something they struggle with, is paranoia in that way too. But yeah, it's like they're 1 foot in and 1 foot out in a few ways. So what's your desire for the connection moving forward? How was it? It was like that. So you've got the Knight of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Queen of Swords. I like that. You've got the King of Swords up in the headspace, as if it's like reflecting over the situation. What you want is the Queen of Swords, and she's looking away on the table. And Six of Swords as well is to let go of coming out of a really chaotic situation. A situation, I think you want to stop yourself from being impulsive and going back to this person. Maybe it's just for intimacy, or there's still a lot of passion between you both, and it's hard to fully disconnect that so quickly. It takes time, and I think you want to control your impulsive urges when it comes to this person, and make very strong boundaries here. Move yourself away from the chaos and into more calm. Start getting some image for your future and what you want for yourself moving ahead. Just really strong, like lock your heart in the cage here. That's what you're wanting to do. And just tend to yourself, heal yourself. So some of the cards we've got here for your side of things is your worst. This person has brings out the worst in you sometimes. There may be some ways that you've acted or responded that you're not very proud of yourself, and that's probably why this situation has gotten so complicated as well. We've got fear, love stirring up fear, hard to control emotions, proceed with caution. There's lots of fear within this connection on both sides. There's been a mirroring here. They've definitely highlighted some of the areas in your life that you can heal, or even ones that you already have healed, but like it's brought out your worst in you. Maybe you've gone slipped back into some old behaviors, old ways, but you're like, no, that's actually not me. I've come past that. We have secret affair, but this one is about hiding the relationship from people, not having a secret affair so much. That although that may have happened here, I kind of don't feel like that's happened. I feel like there's been paranoia about that happening. But anyway, if it has, you already know about it, that's for sure. But this is about sort of not taking this relationship to that next level. Like it's always been, maybe it's just never left the bedroom, or maybe it's just not taken those milestones that a normal relationship has taken, and that's what's gotten you so disappointed. We've got unfamiliar, so incomparable love. Sex feels like magic, unlike any other experience. And that's again with the devil there, why it's so hard to release that and let go. Yeah, look at this. I'll just point it out because in your cards, we've got the devil, and the way he sort of has this puppet on strings controlling the mind here, it's very similar to the Five of Swords, which is underneath it. And that's the Five of Swords is cutting free, cutting clear, leaving the battlefield. Obviously, the devil is heavy attachment. So there's heavy attachment in your mind. You're going to have to unplug it from the heart space. You're going to have to do lots of clearing in the head and heart constantly, all day, multiple times a day, perhaps, if that's how it shows up for you. Eventually, it might only be a few times a week, maybe then once a month, who knows. If it will, over time, it will lessen. It's just right now you're in it. We've got unfamiliar. Yes, that's that one about feeling so like they are so unique and special. There's obviously a real depth to the connection. That's why the Page of Cups is here as well. There's and the Queen of Cups is in their headspace. Like, I think there's an age difference here, potentially maturity difference for sure. But there's been a real deep meeting of each other, and then that brings me to this card: spiritual connection, telepathic communication, deep heart space connection, and it has been. But the earthly traumas and conditioning and pain seems to have overridden any of this. It's been taken too far. The breakup oracle cards for you. We have drama and decision. I have too much drama in my life. I'm trying to stay out of it. Decision, I've made up my mind. I'm not wasting any more time. You are done. You really can't continue this. It's just, it's squashing other parts of your life. And you also have, they will call for a reconciliation. I'm working up the courage to ask you out on a date. They will come forward at some point, and it's up to you what you decide to do at that point. But the fact that these came out together, they will call for reconciliation. Pretty clear indicator that that's what will happen. And I can see that here in what they want. They want to come forward. They're still like waiting, trying to make a plan. I think they want to fix themselves a bit, or maybe like do something that might impress you, perhaps, to like show you or convince you. But I don't think that's consistent. Honestly, feel like they've done that before, and you know that pattern, and that's the karmic cycle you want to break. So bottom deck energy for this reading is the one Ace of Pentacles. I don't know why I said two. A fresh beginning, and this is your new beginning. Like it's you kind of got a fresh slate right now that you can do anything with with your next chapter. You can do anything with your lifestyle, your routine, your body, your everything. Like, I think this is a makeover for you. The Moonology deck is a new start is coming. Really, really perfect card, considering the underlying energy is the Ace of Pentacles, new moon. So it is all about fresh new beginnings. And then the Lonely Woods card you've got is the 22, and it's time to move on. So I'll read it just briefly from the book because it is sweet. I love this deck in particular. The art in this deck is amazing. It's so sweet. It's called Into the Lonely Woods. I'll put it in the description box. But anyway, there is sorrow when someone no longer feels the way they once did about you. But know you lit a light in their lives. Even though time has passed for your tales to entwine, the loosening of the bonds of love need not be bitter. For now you must take your leave and re-find who you are next to become. You will not be lost when you follow the darkening path into the unknown. You will wander there, but there are fragments of your soul waiting for you to find them along the way. Be content with the light you carry within and the light you have lit for others. These will be the guides on mysterious paths before you. And with all this, new moon energy here, the Ace of Pentacles for the major energies of this reading. Absolutely. Yeah, look, I'm just going to point out as well, when I picked that up, the moon card fell on top of the Four of Cups, and what that revealed was the sun. So it's to say that there's so much fear in releasing this situation and releasing this person. There's either just the polar opposites here with the moon and the sun, the masculine, the feminine. Like it kind of touches on how deep and special this connection has been as well. But it's time for growth now, and it's time for something new. The moon on the Four of Cups and the Five of Swords is like there may be secrecy within the connection. There's parts of them that you will never fully understand, I think, and vice versa. Underneath the sun is actually the Eight of Pentacles, and underneath that is the Seven. I'm going to go to the next one as well, and the next one. Damn it, I have to. I can't help myself. There's so many. Five of Pentacles, Judgment, the Empress. Like all of this here is your journey ahead. All of this here is like you need repetition in your life. You need to show up to something and sort of force yourself into a new routine that's full of things that don't remind you of the old, perhaps. Or if this is your work or your study or just something else that you're no longer distracted by this anymore, there's something you want to get to. There's something you want to feed your passion into. Seven of Pentacles, you want to invest in this. This is beautiful. Five of Pentacles, see the pattern of leaving the five. You've had this judgment call. You need to honor yourself as the Empress, to liberate yourself, to leave behind those things that just leave you feeling worthless or lacking, and reinvest in yourself, in your new growth, in this... This tree here is the Ace of Pentacles. Keep nurturing that new beginning because it will grow. It will grow. Keep showing up. Don't be distracted. Don't go backwards. And here you are in the sun. Currently in the moon energy in the heart space that will turn into the sun. There will be so much growth once you can let this go and move through it. So group one, I'm going to leave that there for you. I hope this reading gave you some sort of clarity or validation. And I know you've got what it takes to handle this situation and love and respect yourself. So I'll leave it there for you, group one. Take care. Hey, group two. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this pink opal heart, then this one is for you. This is a sweet reading. This is lovely. I like the energy that I can see here. I'm going to go over a few things here in this love reading. So it's pretty exciting. Get to use some of the cards I don't normally get to use. And so we're going to go through their energy first, and then we'll go through your energy. Now you may resonate the other way around, and that's perfectly okay. By all means, swap it around if you feel it's the other way. Everyone may connect a little differently in that way. So I'll check out some of the signs that I can see here already quite strongly. We've got Leo's energy over on their side quite strongly. They've got a lot of fire in there. On their side, they've got Virgo's energy and Aquarius as well. Very strong, very smart, very like they stand out from the crowd, sort of, or at least to you. You over your side, you've got some Sagittarius energy, some fire there too. You've got Libra also. So it doesn't matter if that's their sign or yours. I'm just pointing out some of the energies there. So yeah. Now we'll jump into their headspace with the Sun, the Star, and the Ace of Cups. So they feel pretty optimistic about this connection. They feel like alive with you. They have such a great time with you. You're so easy to be around. They really find you so easy to play with, to be with, to laugh with. You definitely stir up a lot of bubbly love feelings, a lot of so look, I'm just thinking some people might resonate with this one as a friendship. Like this might not be a romantic connection for some, but I'm going to read it that way because it will be that way for most. I just want to put it out there that if anyone is questioning about a connection that's not romantic or just a friend, it can still apply. Just take what resonates. But back over to this loving connection. You may have... See, I'm going to get two messages here where some of you've had so much history with this person. But there is still a sense that it's not finalized or something, or maybe that's because the reason I feel that way is because for some people they're resonating with this being a brand new person in your world, someone you're still getting to know. So yeah, again, take it how it resonates, but either way I can see here that there's longevity within this connection, and there's a lot of really good feelings, just really, really happy feelings. They feel like you sort of light up the room and you're just soft. I think they see you as very soft and sort of like you sort of dance to the beat of your own drum. You're a bit, you stand out in a subtle way, if that makes sense. I think you stand out because you're not so overtly in your face or like bold. I don't get the sense that you're very like bah, if you know what I mean. And because I just sort of see like they see you as like a real sweet flower or something so delicate or gentle, which I love that energy too. So in the heart space, they have, like I said, this could be friendship connection because the Three of Cups is there. They do really enjoy going out with you and having celebrations with you, connecting with other friends. They love taking you places where there are other people that they know. They love that, all of that. If that's something you've gotten to experience within this connection, that's something they really enjoy. They love spending time with other friends with you, but also going on adventures just with you. And they do love all of this. I do get the sense here that when they are... maybe when it's time to disconnect or get on with other parts of life, they hit the ground running in that sense, and they do enjoy their alone time, and that may trigger some things in you sometimes, which we'll get to. But they certainly do like to take a bit of time out by themselves. They may even like to go for a run by themselves. They are quite self-sufficient. They have very strong feelings for you that are developing into ideas that may have already happened as well. I can see that they definitely like to plan. They like to make plans or create dates or, like they like to organize, I feel like. And when you're not with them, they're constantly thinking of different things they can do with you. So they're kind of with you all the time. There's a few really nice cards that kind of echo that as well, which we'll get to as we move through the reading. So they definitely have some strong feelings towards you. They're trying to self-control as well, trying to stay grounded within this connection. They like part of them, like for some of you might feel like they're keeping you at a friendship level and friend zoned. Some of you might feel that way. It's just that they're so carefully growing this connection. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. It feels so new. Doesn't mean it's a new connection, but just something new is growing maybe. Seven of Pentacles on that split, sort of like questioning my own. Yeah, look, Four of Cups beneath that. So, and Three of frickin' Wands under that. Of course it is. Magician under that, which is kind of echoing this bottom deck energy of I am manifesting you, which is and I feel like you're manifesting them maybe. But Magician is there, the Devil's under that. So you're trying, you yourself, I feel, are trying to not be too attached. You don't want to be codependent on them. You want to sort of stay in your own power, but you kind of might get the sense too that you wish things would develop a little quicker than they are. I know I'm jumping over to your energy way earlier than I should be. I think it's just to reassure you that when they're taking their time out, that it's not personal, and I think you know that anyway. You just might be sometimes a little disappointed in the development with Four of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. And then what I wanted to show you was the Fool on the bottom of the deck, which was to echo the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So, yeah. There's definitely maybe, there's likely been some compromise and change that's needed to bring you both together anyway. There's maybe some sacrifices that have needed to be made or do yet need to be made to solidify the connection, or so how they're viewing you. I like this. So with the Six of Wands and the Five of Swords, there may have been times when you felt in competition, or that you need to compete for their attention or something like this, but you're moving away from that energy. If it has popped up, it's not something you want to engage in or connect to. I feel like you're both very self-reflective people, and that shows a healthy connection, which I can see here. So any competition feelings, you're kind of like, nah, I don't need to do that, because you are unique and special in your own right. So you're more interested in not engaging in that. So yeah, the Six of Wands climbs up away from this competition type card, and the Three of Pentacles is more looking like, how can I create a greater vision for my own future, instead of wondering, like, I think if this some people connecting to this may have learned a lesson about self-empowerment and self-worth from this connection, and not comparing yourself to other people, just realizing that it's actually way more attractive and liberating if you rather than compete, you just shine your own light. And I get that here. I feel like you've both worked through and been able to communicate about these issues as they come up as well. The way they see you as someone who's climbing to your own victory in life. Like maybe you're leveling up in your workspace, or you're like taking a bit bolder moves. You're being a bit brave in some areas. There's projects you like to do with them as well. They see that you like really like to be included in the things that they do. They know that, and they want to allow that. They want to make space for that. And I think they just know that you're growing. They see you coming into your own in certain ways. Like some ways you might have been a little bit reserved. You're starting to step into your power a bit more. Maybe voice your concerns, or state what you want. You might be, coming forward a bit more, a bit stronger. They think that you're really, really compatible with them, and that you have really good personable skills, that you can kind of work with anyone. You're soft, but you're strong. So how their desire for this connection, Two of Cups, of course, and the Queen of Cups. See, they want to be there for you to support your victories and successes, but they also want to be there for you when you're not feeling so great. Like they see this couple is going through the motions here. They want to be there for that. They want to be there for everything. Two of Wands. Did I say Two of Pentacles before as well? We're going to have to consider that energy now. I've said it twice. So they may be still in this energy of like, not fully committed yet, or not ready to take that bigger step potentially for some. Take it out resonates. Love readings are tricky because I think they're so much better when they're personal, because so many people connecting to the same one there can be slight variations and whatnot. That's why I said as well, like if you resonate more with the other side, by all means go to that side, because everyone might come in from a different angle. So it kind of gives us 6 readings instead of 3, but anyway. So Two of Wands, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this is their energy of liking to plan. They like to plan. At the moment, they might be feeling like they've got a bit more on their plate, or they're they've got a few things they need to organise within their own life, or they're tending to some of their responsibilities. I think they're trying to build a better foundation with underneath themselves for future goals. Like they're trying to set something up, whether that's a date or like to move in together, or wherever your journey is at, like whatever level, like the next step, they're sort of thinking about what changes need to be made to employ those steps. So go over to their Uncover Love cards, which is so sweet. We've got consistency, and I see that in how you view them as well. You do see them as quite consistent. That may not have always been the case. I can see that they have a busy life maybe, or maybe they have a lot of responsibilities. Yeah, they do. They really do. They work so hard. They're probably a business owner, like very successful maybe. Or maybe they have children and a family. I see the King of Pentacles here. I saw the Eight of Pentacles. They work so hard. They probably work long hours. They may be a work addict, maybe. But anyway, consistency. They show up for you where they can, being there when in need, words matching their actions, dependable and predictable. I think that you kind of know their routine maybe, or they are predictable to you, which is comforting and secure. So faithfulness, no other like you, getting rid of distractions, you're always on their mind. So if when you first met there were maybe other people still lingering, friends or associate connections, whatever, they've like since moved them away or released those connections since getting to know you. So that could have been a long time ago or whenever you came together. They're very faithful to you. No one else compares. So they've kind of, you are the star, like in their headspace, you got the sun and the star. Like you're so bright to them, so bright. There's no one like you. And just one way they walk the dogs, I don't know why, but I just get this older couple energy. So maybe you are feeling like an older couple coming together later in life, or maybe I think it's just maybe for some to talk about the longevity of the connection. Something about this feels so, like older or longer, and been around, been through it together, and just like, but not even through it. Like it doesn't feel like you will have to go through really traumatic things with this connection. I don't feel like any perceived trauma is your own triggering and places that need to be healed, but doesn't destroy this connection or damage it, is what I'm feeling. I feel like you're both self-reflective. I've said that earlier. You've got openness, emotionally vulnerable, acknowledging emotions, taking risks in love. They're ready to take those steps and be more open with you. And then we've got codependency, and I feel that's here because it might be a fear of theirs. They don't want to be chained or stuck, and that might be why they haven't fully, like, maybe they have, maybe live together and have kids and a whole thing, but there's part of them that likes to stay strong. Maybe it's because they've been taken advantage of in the past or something, but they definitely feel an attachment to you, but I feel like this is more to say they just don't want codependency there. We have had some Hermit messages. See, the last reading got the breakup oracle because that reading looked like breakup, separation. So I'm using different oracles for this reading today to whatever suits your needs. So we've got I dream about you a lot, too much. They're constantly thinking of you and things that you can do together. Love is the answer. It's very sweet. I imagine you naked. Be more selfish. Now with this one, it's very clear that they want to see you just focus on yourself. They want to see you, maybe that might be why the codependency is there too, because they don't want you to attach to them perhaps so much. They want you to know you're fine on your own and that you can take care of yourself, and maybe that you won't ask their permission or consider them so much all the time, but just, you know, they want to see you be stronger in your own energy. I think that's what it feels like there. I'm absolutely in love with you, whether they've said it or not. It's there. That Six of Wands energy too. Like they want to show you off and they enjoy showing you off. And I hope you'll wait for me. Definitely an indication as well if they're always going away for work or that things haven't fully come together yet. They hope you don't give up on the situation and stick around. They hope you wait for them for sure. So I'm going to go now over to your energy, and then there's a couple more oracle cards as well. So starting with your energy, your headspace, we've got the Nine of Cups, the Page of Pentacles and Justice. This is your wish and dream come true, to be with this person and see the next step unfold. With the Page of Cups, you want to see the next milestone. I think you want to be very honest and truthful about that too. With Justice here, I think there might be some things you've already said that talk about this, what your wishes are. And I think you're feeling more balanced now that you've said that. You're feeling like it's the right thing to have done. I kind of want one more card on Justice because I've already talked about the Fool. Thanks, Three of Swords. Okay, come there. You have Four of Cups. Yeah, you felt like the offers from this person have been too small, or you haven't been able to fully trust them, or there's been times when you felt like betrayed or hurt in this situation, and you don't want to give up on the situation. You would like truth has come out, or you've cleared the air since then. That's what Justice is there for. You were once feeling very, very bound and not in control of your own mind, but I think you're able to talk it out with this person and work things through. Let's get one more here. What is it? The Four of Swords. Okay, and the Tower. So there's definitely been, on your side here, there's definitely been some time where you've had to take time out from the connection. You've had to step back. You've had to pull back your energy because this could have been a conversation or an argument that was had surrounding justice or injustice, or something you aren't sure, can you trust them? And I feel like you've maybe been a bit critical on yourself for what you've said as well. Anything else there? The Knight of Pentacles. So with the Page of Pentacles there too, I think you just want to heal and move forward with the connection. You want to see devotion or dedication or some sort of offer that grounds or solidifies the connection a little deeper. And so in the heart space, we've got the Six of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Page of Wands, Five of Wands. And I get that this, for some of you, is deep concern about whether or not this person is honest with you or you can trust them. And it could very well be because you've talked to other people about it and they've given your opinion, which has kind of confused you or made you feel like you can't trust the situation. Your heart space, there's the Six of Pentacles first, though. You do initially feel like this connection is fair and honest and truthful, but the part of you can't help but shake this feeling of betrayal with the Seven of Swords. Maybe there literally was a betrayal for you. Maybe it's a past connection that has got this insecurity in you now, or it could also be something people have said to you that's made you doubt the connection as well. So in the heart space, you're feeling a little bit confused. Let's get a little bit more about that heart space. I didn't expect to pull more cards, but you know, we've got the Moon here. You're concerned about secrecy, and there's a lot of fear. You're fearing that. I don't think it's something you need to fear though, unless like that thing has already happened before for some of it. I don't think. If it has happened before, you already know about it. You'll know if it's a fear of yours or if it's true. Three of Wands. Just waiting to see. Got here, King of Swords. You may also fear that they want to be single. You may fear that, there's a lot of fears in your heart space surrounding this connection. Let's get some advice for you in regards to that fear. Four of Cups come out reversed, so that's like finding solution. And it fell on top of the Four of Pentacles, so like grounding yourself, having a more stable foundation underneath you, some more security, like your own sense of personal security. Six of Swords, to leave behind the woes and the fears. Like the imagery here alone is like really leave behind the darkness. Move towards believing in magic, leave the chaos behind and just let yourself find calm. I mean, for some of you, this is a long-standing connection. In earlier days, there may have been an issue. Like everyone's going to be a little different here, but I don't get this. I feel like this is a connection worth holding on to. Four of Swords. Yeah, and then the Lovers here too. This is asking you to heal that within yourself, to find reconciliation within yourself, to take time, all the time out. You got 4, 4, 4 here. You got 6. Okay. Definitely pull back from the connection so you can get your own strength that isn't from them. Like you need your own personal strength. It's not theirs to give you. It's not, it's yours to find. I mean, they can reassure you. Hangman. Chariot. All these cards just show about movement, like looking at the situation from a different perspective and moving forward confidently. Communication is key there as well in regards to any insecurities that may come up. Yeah, you definitely needing to like remember yourself, remember your essence, like connect with yourself, self-love, like just deep friendship with self is important. It's like, what are the things that boost your confidence? Fill your day with that. The things that connect you in with you. So in the how you're viewing them section, just kind of trying to not take so long with these readings because there's so many cards to get through. So in there, how you're viewing them at this time. So like we saw before, dependable, somebody that you can rely on. They may be a business owner or the boss or running an organization, or it could be lots of things here that they're very responsible. They've got a lot to do. They're very busy. I think they're making a lot of challenging changes to accommodate this connection or accommodate their own health. They might be making some changes so that they can prioritize their health or have a better work-life balance. I think that they're really looking at, this is how you see them anyway. You see them as rising up to the challenge and creating more harmony and creating more stability. I think that you see them as a very nurturing person as well. They have a lot to give to a lot of people. Yeah, they're very self-sufficient and independent. I just feel like I've got to get so many more cards now. What else have we got there? They're a leader of some kind. Yeah, King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. They're really strong. They're really a strong character. I think you're very impressed by them. And yeah, you may be married with the Hierophant there. You may see them as your wife or your husband. They've got strong feminine energy on their side as well. What have I got there? The Eight of Cups. Yeah, right. I think they're just trying to let go of some of their own past burdens as well. You see them that they're doing the best that they can. I think I just do get the sense that they're quite responsible for maybe a whole team of people or their family, their children. They're definitely taking these roles of leadership and sort of, yeah, definitely really, for someone out there, I feel like there's a real almost codependent connection in relation to their child in a previous relationship. For some, not for everyone. It feels like an issue there where they're still dealing with the ex-partner, or they're just trying to amicably co-parent or something like that. You can see that they are responsible. I just keep coming back to that. Oh, and they need a break, they need a rest, and you know that too. So your desire for the connection at this point, I think you would like to see a bit more balance here where you're not feeling like, I think you just don't want to feel like this anymore. If like you're carrying too much on your shoulders or really heavily burdened, I think you want to feel a lightening in the connection. I think you want to rebalance that. We've got Temperance, Ten of Wands, Page of Cups. You want more communication from this person, I feel, or you want to communicate something to them about how you're feeling, about some of a dream you might have had. For someone out there, you want to tell them about a dream or a vision that you've had, an idea that you've got, or just to communicate how you're feeling in regards to carrying a bit, which is healthy. Communication is key. If you're carrying something inside, you want to let them know what's going on, is what it feels like there. Anything else you would desire from this connection? Two of Swords. You're a bit uncertain. I think that there's a fear inside of you that makes you uncertain to whether you can trust taking steps with this person, or if, someone's planted a fear or a doubt in your mind, I feel, for some people out there, like a friend or a family member. Just especially with this card here, just differences of opinion. Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands. I think you just want to take it as it goes with this connection, while still trying to maintain your own autonomy and independence. I do feel you are very connected and are always looking forward to reconnecting, and they feel the same. So in your Uncover Love cards, we have Trust. They trust your actions. They feel they can depend on you. Don't doubt your intentions. So they do trust you, and trust is something I feel that you have for them too. Even if there is fear, you still do trust them. We've got Sacrifices, Compromise, Open-minded, Flexibility, Giving up something. You may feel like you've had to compromise. I feel like you've just held a lot in when I see that as well. Like maybe you've sacrificed speaking up, or just to maintain balance or something, but it's come to the point where you've needed to at times. We've got Fear, Love stirring up fear, hard to control emotions, proceed with caution. It is in your heart space. There is a fear right in the center of your heart space, and there is a clearing that is needed there. We've got Curiosity. You are very curious about this person. All the cards that came from the Uncover Love Oracle are all super positive, except Codependency, but that kind of felt more like something they don't want. Equality, mutual respect, equal give and take, needs are both important. So there's a lot of really, really, really positive cards there for this connection too. And with your messages, so this will be your messages to them. Sometimes I wonder if you care. You may question that. I need more time. I feel like that's just to build a bit of more with the number 4 there. Feeling like you need more time to feel more stable within yourself. I just wish things were different. Yeah, you can see that here as well, that you've wanted things to have milestones at different times maybe. But I miss you, do you? You do, yeah. You definitely would be feeling that for them, that you miss them and that they matter to you. You're telling them that they matter. You've got Ace of Pentacles as well, which is in their heart space. Like you really want this new beginning with them. You want to foster growth. You want to grow something together. And you've got 6 of Wands. I could be your hero baby. So you really do want to like show the world and take it to that level where it's like, this is my person. And if you haven't come to that point yet anyway. And then the underlying energy is I'm manifesting you. And that's kind of for both of you. So the next 2 cards I have are from Into the Lonely Woods, number 44. Interesting, because group 1 had number 22. And the way this falls on the table, it's like they're watching over you. I see them as this owl, and they're watching over you, even when you're not together. But this will also resonate, of course, that you have got people watching over you, like whether that's in the spirit realm or here on earth as friends, there are people watching over you as well on your journey here. So the one who watches over you is compassionate and sage. They often come to you in subtle ways, in the wise shape of a tree, in the luster of sunlit clouds, in the song of water running over rocks. To know you have this guardian is to understand that while although there is loneliness, you are never alone. This watcher is linked to the path of your soul. From your first breath to your last, they will be with you in the great in-between of your lifetimes. The one who watches over you knows the sacred quest of your soul, and when it feels like you have lost your way, they will remind you of your purpose. So that could be a very dear friend to you, but I do also get the sense that they watch over you. I kind of feel like a double message for that. And the last card I have for you here is be bold and make the first move. So that's about speaking your truth. That's about declaring your wishes. There's maybe an offer that you want to extend to them. You're being asked to make the first move, whatever that first move means to you and what you feel is the right move for this connection. And it actually even kind of, there's a lot of pink in this reading. Even Scrunchy's pink, like there's just a lot of pink here. So that's it, all that I have for you here, group 2. I hope this reading gave you some sort of comfort, clarity or validation with this experience. And yeah, take care, group 2. Bye. Hey there, group 3, and welcome to your reading if you chose the pink quartz heart, a self-loving stone. Alright, well, we're going to jump into a love reading, as the title says, and what I've got here is your person's energy here. I'll go through them first, and I've got your here on the other side. There's some channeled message cards, a couple of oracle cards as well. So we'll just slowly move through their energy, then yours. But you may want to change over sides if you resonate more with their energy and you feel like that. When I'm talking about you, it's their energy, then by all means swap it over. Just take it how it resonates. So some of the energies I can see here, there's quite a few. We've got Gemini, Libra, Taurus, Leo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Did I say Libra? Yeah, there's a lot of energies here on the table. It doesn't matter if it's you or them, though it could just be resonate with some of you. So in their headspace, they've got the 2 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. They are very afraid of a recent change that has happened within the connection. It does look like you may have pulled away from this connection and they're really worried about the future of the connection and what's going to happen. There may be no communication at this time, or very little communication, and they're really anxious and up in their head about you and all of the changes that may be getting made, or some of the changes you're making in your own personal life as well. I feel like they kind of feel like everything's out of their control. They do have a lot of love for you, and that's what freaks them out. I'm getting that you're very attractive, or that in their eyes you're very beautiful, and it's sort of, they feel like just really disappointed that things are not working out, or that you have decided to maybe take some space. So in their heart space, we've got the Hanged Man, the Lovers, and the Four of Swords. Very frosty energy here on either side, but the Lovers in the center, because they do feel still very connected to you and devoted to you. I just saw 222 on my recording then. They will always, I think, there might be something they've told you or you've told them, there will always be some love between you both, regardless of what happens. And I think that's true. There will be love there, but they're feeling very stuck and like things are just not moving forward. They feel like you've drawn a line in the sand, and that you're not open to communicating with them, or that they're just taking their own time out perhaps as well. I kind of feel like they might be licking their wounds a little bit, just feeling like they missed an opportunity with you, or that I think they're just feeling really stuck and alone. It's going through a process. Like I feel like they've sort of used you as a safe place, or like you've been like an emotional crutch to them, or there's something you've supported them through. I just keep feeling like now they're left to deal with it on their own. Maybe might not be for everyone, but it kind of does feel like you've done a lot for them perhaps. And so without you, they might be feeling a little bit lost. And how they're viewing you, this beautiful Empress, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. You are protecting yourself. I'm getting you protecting your children. For some people out there, you may be protecting children, and this may be a domestic violence situation. That could be the case, not for everybody, where you're needing to protect your health, your children, your wealth even. I feel like as well you're wanting to focus more on your work potentially, or your business, or your finances. You really want to grow. I think I think you're somebody who's very focused and driven and successful in what you do, and you're definitely protecting that with the Queen of Swords on the end here. It's like you've got so many opportunities. I think you may have a very, very big social circle as well. They see you as someone who's very successful, and no matter what you put your hand to, you're very intelligent, but you're also very kind as well. They know that you're the full package. They can see that. So they totally see that about you. They feel like they're losing out on a really good thing. So in their desire for the connection, they would love you to remember how invested you once were in them. I'm feeling with this. I feel like they want to bring it out of the chaos and into the calm. They want to see growth. They want to ground the connection. They may even want children with you. They just want to see you invested in this connection, and they want to invest in the connection too. They want to make some changes in their own lives so that they can. I feel like they do need to make some changes. So I will jump over to their cards here. Their Uncover Love. Oh, this is the Breakup Oracle. I must have felt like it was breakup, so we'll grab that one. Each reading's going to have different oracle depending on what I feel like they need. So you've got Not For You, and that's what they're saying. So they feel like you've either decided you're not the right person for me, or they just feel like they're not the right person for you. They just don't, for whatever reason, they just feel like it's not right. They've got control. I'm trying to control the situation to avoid it having control over me. Definitely sort of see them in the shutting down energy. You got away. You're the one that got away. I'll look for you in the next life. That's that Lovers card here as well in the center. It really does speak to that feeling of like they'll never truly let you go. There will always be a place in the heart for that for you and for this connection. You've obviously made a pretty big impact on them and on their life. I can see you. I feel like you've done a lot for them. You've helped them through something, or you've helped them heal, or you've tried to, and those efforts haven't gone unnoticed. You've got trust your intuition. I think that you intuitively felt guided towards them as well, and you may have discussed that with them, how drawn you feel or connected you feel, and so I think they're hoping you'll feel that and remember that. Part of them, they want you to, I really strongly feel like they want you to remember how you used to feel, or to want that back, because it seems gone now, or you may have lost some faith. So I get jealous when I think of anyone else having you or stealing you away. Jealousy. They don't want you to move on. Fantasizing. I can't stop my mind from escaping to a world only you and I know. again speaks to that sacredness, that like it was just you and them in the world, sort of. They get that. I think maybe they might have been codependent on you or relied on you, maybe. We've got, from their channeled messages, we've got time to ground yourself. I need more balance. That they certainly do. Ace of Wands, they do still have passion. They are sorry. I'm sorry here. I want to get you drunk. I have so much desire for you and sex with you. So yeah, they wish things hadn't gotten to this point where whatever's happened, they just wish it wasn't like this, and they wish that they could still have you in that way. So over in your energy now, I'll jump over to your headspace. You've got Justice, the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Chariot, the Two of Wands. All of these cards are big fuck no, like massive. I couldn't believe when they came out, and I'm like, well, group 3 has made that choice, like big time. You're no longer tolerating whatever's happened here. You want justice. You want maybe even a protection order for some people with this card. You may want, you want this karmic cycle to finish. You may feel like this is a very karmic connection. I know you also have felt love for this person, but it feels very karmic at this point. It might be how you're perceiving the connection as a karmic lesson for you. Ten of Swords, you would like to end this connection. That is where your head is at this time. You would like to leave behind the emotional drama and the baggage. You don't want this anymore. You're done. Your headspace is done. I'm ready to move forward. You're ready to make plans for the future. I think you're ready to move on. You may be ready to date other people. You may be ready to literally pack up and leave your whole life and move away. If you've like built a life with this person, you're ready to move out. It's all those things. You're ready to make plans. You're getting ready, I should say, as well. Part of this is premeditative with the Two of Wands here, that you may still be in planning mode, but either way you're doing it. Underlying energy I see here is the Eight of Pentacles. Underneath that I see the Three of Wands. So you are waiting for potentially some deliverance or a message. You might be waiting for a decision, or you're just waiting for time to progress while you stay focused on what you're doing, because you don't want to be pulled back into this. It does feel like you've made your choice. So in your heart space, it's kind of interesting here. We've got the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. So we've got, you may have multiple options around you. You may have multiple people coming in to get your attention or to make offers to you, but you are the Queen of Cups and they are Knights. This could also be representative of their energy. I'm going to try and read it a bit for everyone. Some people, you may not have any other offers coming in and this is their energy, but I do feel like you're a very attractive person, or you're a powerful person, or you know who you are, and there's no reason why other people wouldn't be drawn to you. And I think they know that too. You feel very connected to them. Still in the center of the heart space, I can see Queen of Cups. They got the Lovers. There's still connection there. You do still have love for them, or you have a softness for them. But I feel like they've perhaps been a little bit too impulsive. They have not been consistent. And they have taken too long to create stability within the connection, and that's not good enough. For whatever's happened, they have not progressed. It hasn't developed. Your heart space also has the Eight of Wands. I'll pull out here, and I do feel like that is, you do still want to have maybe some communication or closure with them potentially. You might want to clear the air, but also I feel like that's pertaining to you your movement forward. Let me just get some more for the heart. The Star. Okay. I feel like there's times when you are just done, and then there's other times when you're a little like you doubt your choice to move on, and you may come back, and you may have done this a few times before. Eight of Pentacles again. That was on the bottom. Ten of Pentacles. I think you want more stability than this person can give you. You're not trusting that they can give you the stability that you want and achieve the things that you want to achieve. I think you really believe in them. You've held on to them, and you've really supported them, or you've seen their potential, and you've tried to encourage them to rise to that potential. I think you've really been supportive. Well, just gotta like save yourself energy here, like time to just sort of invest back in yourself and prosper, because you will. So in the how you're viewing this person, we've got the Moon and Death. I just heard making moves in silence. So you may feel like they make moves in silence. You may feel like you don't know everything about them, or that you can't fully trust them. They may be a little bit elusive to you. They're definitely going through their own death cycle, transformation, and leaving something behind in their own life. Literally could be this connection too. They're walking away themselves. They have lack of closure, but they need to just put it down. They may have had no choice. You may have blocked them. So there's, potential that I think they're trying to also appear like they're just fine, as some people connecting to this, you might, but they're not. They may feel like they want you to perceive them as the magician. They want you to think that they're powerful, they're making moves, they're doing great, that I need you or anything like that. If it's like at that level, they want you to perceive them with the magician, and you do as well perceive them as a magician. You know they're capable, you know they have potential. There's just certain things they need to leave behind. There's certain ways that need changing, but that's up to them to want to change it. It's not up to you to, you know that. It's like, yeah. The King of Swords. They may be quite hard, detached. They see you as the Queen of Swords too, so you might be a bit cold to each other at this time. Feeling very cold, cut off, not very warm at all. Just trying to keep it logical there. Look at that, the Strength as well, and you can see the Bull there in Leo's card. Leo and Taurus combo, really. They can get a bit like this, for sure. Anything else there? The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, they're not doing so great. Like they may perceive or try to show you this image that they're doing just fine, but they're not. And some of them aren't. Some of them are not hiding their sadness. Some of them are quite clear about that. I think they're a bit self-protective too. Just sort of want to keep everything to themselves. They're selfish. I'm feeling like they're selfish. They may always only consider their own needs. Like everyone's dealing with a different person here, so the levels will vary, but I do get a selfish energy there. In your desire for this connection, you got the Page of Cups, Five of Wands, Devil and the Fool. You're a little bit confused as with what you want, I think. I think you love this person. I think you have a lot of care for them. I think when it's good, it's great. I think there's a lot of like magnetism and beauty to the connection. There's a companionship here. They're like a deep companionship even, or has been. But there's also a lot of toxicity here as well, and that's something you want to be free from. You can't handle it anymore, I'm getting, and I just feel like it's time for you to see what else is out there for yourself. You may be feeling very stuck to this person, unable to move on though. They are a roadblock in your life. I can see that from lots of different things. Financial abundance as well, I'm getting that they are quite the roadblock, and so you're wanting to be free of this. You're wanting a new beginning. Is there one other card there after the Fool? I think sometimes you're tempted to take this person back or to see them again. I just saw the Ace of Pentacles. I think sometimes you're tempted to give them a new beginning. But part of you is like, I need to grow up past this. Like you're looking at yourself now. I don't know if I said that at the start of the reading. You're like, it's on me if I keep doing this to myself. And if you really do want that long-term happiness, you're going to have to maybe choose a different thing. I just kind of feel like you're not quite ready to make that choice. Or maybe you are actually. I see the Tower. Like everyone will be at a different point here. Some of you are coming out of it. Some of you have moved long out of this. Like, why are they still even caring about me? That sort of thing. But yeah. I feel like there's a fight here for some of you. Look, Ace of Pentacles, they're blocking you. They're blocking your new start. Or this is perceived, though, you're blocking your new start in truth. Actually scratch that though, because some people literally need to wait for court hearings and things like that so that you can move forward. Like there may literally be legal matters here involved. So like, yeah, they literally could be a block that is out of your control, but partial part of that block is in your control. with the Eight of Swords here, that it does, it's massive. And Ace of Swords there too. It's like you really need a new beginning, because that's what's going to give you clarity over this situation. It's in retrospect. And to control your urges to not be tempted back into the connection or back into the same cycle you've been in with this person before. So in the breakup oracle for you, I have double life. I'm living a double life, and I'm a different person in each. So this could go either way, where you feel like you're living a double life with them, because you need to maybe shape yourself to fit their needs, or you could be feeling like they are living a double life. Take that how it resonates. You've got hard to read, you confuse me, you give me mixed signals. I think you both feel this way about each other, whether it's true or not. Get intimidated. I get intimidated and nervous knowing you get so much attention. You may not feel like you can fully trust them, or again, maybe the other way around, because I think you get a lot of attention. Undecided. I honestly don't know what I want. I'm not sure if I want a relationship. That's really reflective of down here. Like, you have such a sweet heart. You have like wishes. You have dreams. I don't think you cause harm to people. I see you as such a sweet person, and I think you just want niceness. I think you just want peace. I think you just want respect. I don't think you want much. I really don't. But I think you do want, I think you still want lots and have big dreams, but like, I just don't think you put that much pressure on people. I don't get that sense from you here. So anyway, no escape. It doesn't matter how far I run, my heart will always run back to you. So you may have been on this cycle with them before, and that's why the Devil's here in the Five of Wands. Like, you might be really fighting yourself to not go back to this. You may be finding it really hard to not romanticize or, romanticize the situation, and avoid the truth of it. We've got I love you. I love you more than I've ever found a way to say to you. And you do love them. I can see the Queen of Cups in your heart space. You do have a lot of love for them. So the last oracle cards we have is expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. When we see an eclipse coming through in the astrology calendar in life, personally, I always brace myself, because it brings powerful change. It really does. It ends karmic cycles. And your first card here is the Ten of Swords and the Justice. So you are ending a karmic cycle here, and it is on you, I do feel, or you to make the move or get the help or whatever is necessary. And then you have this card by the Into the Lonely Woods deck, When All Seems Ended. So I'll read from the book for you here. We sculpt our lives until its shape is familiar, and we create patterns and stories and rituals around these shapes, all of which make up the beautiful moments of our days. We have a whole world, and yet sometimes that world, through no decision we have made, comes to its ending. It is this moment for you. All that once was will soon be past. What is no longer is what was. What is no longer is what was. It's a bit of a mouthful. And that kingdom that was is no more. Yet you are still standing. In truth, every living being is always in flux and change. Beneath the surface, at a deep level, the world keeps moving through her cycles. To live is to change. Take a moment to look upon what once was, to let it go, to give it honor, to say goodbye, and then to slowly stumble into the mysterious unknown, which holds what will become a beautiful future. So, when all seems lost, you're actually going to find your way. So that's all I have for you here, Group 3. I hope this reading gave you some sort of clarity, comfort, guidance, or even validation within this situation. And I'll read for you all again soon. Take care. Hey, Group 4, and welcome to your reading if you chose this Agate Heart. And this one is for you. This one's so beautiful. It's pretty new to the collection. It's got this beautiful crystally cluster center. And then the back has, this is why I chose it, the back looks like it tells such a story. Like there's so much pain that's been healed is what I saw in that. And then some things that, some little markings that sort of told me, you know, certain things may have changed you or will never make you the same again. Like certain things, whether that's negative or positive, ultimately it feels positive, but there's certain instances of your experiences and now life will never be the same again. It's just a message I feel for this crystal. So We're going to look into love reading at the moment. So we're going to look into their energy first, a couple of channeled message cards, Uncover Love Oracle cards. Then we're going to look into your energy, and then there's a little bit in the center. So I've done 4 groups today because I just felt like once I'd done 1, 2, 3, that there's another group out there I haven't read for. I could just feel it. So here you are. And I do get the message for some, not everyone, maybe 1 or 2 people out there, maybe 3, where your person has actually left the earthly realm and has passed on. Not everyone, of course, but I do strongly feel there is someone out there who will connect to this message asking about just maybe you're looking at a love reading just to reconnect to the memory of or something. Like I've not been through that, so I can't imagine, but I can sort of imagine that, yeah, I'd probably seek the same sort of comfort, and I can see that here anyway. Not for everyone, like I said, so, you know, I'll try and read for both, but yeah, if you have lost someone special, just know that they're coming through very strongly in this reading, and that they are around you, and that your love is undying. I can see that here. This is a beautiful reading. So now I'm just going to jump into their headspace, starting with the King of Cups, the 6 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. How beautiful. They have so much love for you. There's so many beautiful memories within this connection. For some of you, you may have children with this person and they love you as a mother, I'm getting that, but I don't know if this is another thing I should say. You may feel like you resonate with this side more than that side. I'm going to say that's them, and then I'll go through your energy. But if you feel it's the other way around, then change it by all means. It's up to you to take it how it resonates. But this is I do get a strong parental connection here. So some of you may have children together, or they just love your nurturing qualities. They see this connection as like family to them. This may not even be romantic. It could be a family member. Maybe they feel very protective of you. Either way, there's so much love here. The dynamic doesn't really matter. The point is this person has so much love and fondness for you. They feel like you're a part of their soul tribe. They really resonate with you. There's so much resonance in this reading, in this connection. It's really beautiful. Some of the energies I can see, I'll just mention, is Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, and Leo. It's like the same energies of the last reading, actually, but it doesn't matter if it's you or them. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, Gemini again. All right, so in their heart space, we've got the 3 of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Fool. So they feel so very connected to you and excited for new adventures with you. For those that have lost their loved one and that's somebody in spirit, that they are still working with you. They're still constantly connecting with you. And there's possibly you're developing your own mediumship abilities through receiving messages from this person. It just definitely feels like I can't avoid that message here. It's very clear. But obviously not for everyone, and those that's not for, this is about what you're building together as a family or as a relationship. Some of this could be a brand new connection for some, but it does feel pretty established though. I can see that there's some history here. If there's no history here, then it's clear that you are very connected on a soul level and you feel like you know each other from a past life, or just that recognition at a soul level. So there's lots of potential. I feel like this connection's likely achieved great things and will achieve many more yet to come. You're both, I think there's something new that you're trying to incorporate into the relationship, or something new that you want to try together, or like a new way of connecting, or what is this newness I'm seeing here? The 3 of Cups. No, maybe it's just to come back together and reunite. Like there's a fresh energy coming in here. You're celebrating a new birth, maybe you're having a baby. Oh, that's probably it too. Some of you are probably pregnant and having a baby. Congratulations if that's you. Yeah, look, I can see this. Now this card is jumping out to me. There's a baby on the way. Not for everybody, of course. Maybe you already have kids, but yeah, there's something new coming in. And it's for some of you, it's a new bubba. And that's so lovely. This reading's so good. I'm so glad I chose to continue with group 4, because I knew there's a group I haven't touched on, because the other 3 readings were not like this. And I knew that this was out there. So how they're viewing you at this time, They see you as very strong, very capable, but a bit under the weather. You might be feeling a bit unwell, or you might be feeling a bit overwhelmed and stressed out. If you're pregnant, maybe you're really tired. It looks like there may have been some little petty dramas, maybe with the relationship, a little bit of conflict potentially, but I don't feel like it's too major. It does feel a little heavy and sad at times. So they know, I think that they see you trying to do your best. The sun is there, you're trying your best, but there's times when you just want to retreat from the world, or maybe people really get to you. Maybe you're a sensitive person. They see you as someone who, like, sometimes you might get in a bit of a frump or a grump. I'm just hearing a grump, but that's not a word I use or know. Or maybe you're a bit grumpy. Maybe vice versa. Maybe you feel like they're grumpy at times. But you do try your best. The sun is here. You are trying to heal and move through things that are challenging. I feel like this looks like you're maybe busy at work, or you might have to deal with this honestly feels like it's not actually to do with the relationship. It might, but it kind of feels like you're dealing with other people that aren't so nice, or not very understanding of what you're going through, or you're just having to defend yourself. And it just, yeah, they see you go through that and they want to shine light on you. They don't want you to have to feel that way. Just walk, I'm seeing them telling you, just walk away from it. If it doesn't make you shine, if it dims your bright light, then just walk away, go take some space. You know, you don't have to please everyone. You don't have to be everyone's best friend. I think that they feel like they should coach you around that, which is kind of sweet. They want the best for you, I do see. Now, if that is in relation to them, I still feel they think that way. I still think that they, even if there's conflict within the connection, they still want you to take care of yourself, and they have nothing but well wishes for you. I do see that. So in their desire for the connection, we've got this beautiful 10 of Cups. You are their happy ever after. They love connecting to you with this one here. And the Ace of Swords and Death as well. This was very clear in mediumship for what they want for the connection, is obviously for you to feel their essence around you and to continue communicating to them beyond death, beyond the Death card, to continue that development of connection that you've got here. Obviously, not everyone is in mediumship, and this is also definitely relating to the fact that they just feel so much passion for you and the big changes that are coming into your life. I can see you as a relationship, you are moving into another level of commitment. You're moving in through something. If you're bringing a baby in, buying a house, whatever it is here, it does feel like less monetary. Obviously finances are involved, but it feels honestly more to do with heart and love matters rather than business for this connection. Although business is on your mind, money's on your mind. I think you are, maybe you earn more money, or maybe you've got a lot more responsibility or something. You're a bit more focused on, securing things. And yeah, anyway, oh no, hang on, no, they are too. Anyway, I'll just shush. I just think you're a bit more future orientated with goals, maybe. Anyway, they want to continue the passion they have for you to go out on dates or have an adventure with you. Definitely with the Knight of Wands here, they so want. I think they want a bit of time. If you're having a baby, they want to get a baby moon or a time away with you before baby comes. And for others that maybe you already have a whole family happening, maybe they just want a bit of time away from the family just to be with you by yourself, without the kids or without the cousins or aunt, whoever, I think they just want a bit of alone time with you. They want to communicate changes that are happening within the connection. They want to stay, I think communication is very important in this connection, and that you both value that. What else do they want? I want to know more. Yeah, I'm curious. Oh, what do they want? Queen of Wands, that's got to be your energy, because you feel so powerful. Fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, feminine, potentially. But they want you. They want the Queen of Wands. The Knight of Wands, they may feel like you've got more, because they're the Knight. I think they're the Knight of Wands and you're the Queen, and they want to grow up, or they want to level up, or they want to show you that, they can they can take charge, or that, you know, you can rely on them, that you don't have to be the boss all the time. You don't have to, you know, they want you to know you can just put your feet up, you can relax. They want to feel connected to you spiritually. That's a very, very big one for this reading, is like a spiritual connection. Whether they are spiritual or not, or you are or not, it's like just like that undercurrent, like label it whatever you want. It's an energetic connection, and they love that. They feel it. You like kind of sense each other's needs, like maybe if you're out of the house, and they will, like, somehow you can send each other messages. I'm getting that, like, oh, I need this at home, and they just bring it home. It's that sort of thing. The Chariot, yeah. And the Five of Swords, I think they're leaving behind their own personal dramas. There is some level of drama here, whether it's external to the relationship or not. I kind of feel like it is for some, like you may be dealing with family members that are tricky or whatever. But they want to move forward with you. They just want to move forward. And look, there's the King of Wands. King and Queen of Wands. They match. Oh, guys, you got me feeling so cute. All right, let's go over to their love cards. The Uncover Love Oracle is consistency. They want to show up for you. They want to be there consistently. They want to, like, you know, build this thing together. You're creating something together here. It's very connected to the heart space, and they love you so much. Being there when in need, words matching actions, dependable and predictable. You have liberation, especially when I see that Five of Swords Chariot before. That kind of makes sense to see liberation now. Love sets you free, freedom to be who you are, always exploring and learning. They may have had a pretty dodgy relationship prior to this one, like where they weren't free, or they just, or maybe it's just fraught with drama, and they want to leave all that behind and have this new beginning with you, if this is new. Yeah, they just feel liberated. They feel like this is such a beautiful connection where they really are appreciated. I feel like they've gone underappreciated in the past and just tolerated it, because I don't think they knew. I don't think they valued themselves high enough. They might, like, some of the love you've been showing them maybe actually helping them heal some of their own self-worth issues that they probably haven't even verbalized because it's so deep in there, and they don't want to even acknowledge or address it. They sort of, I think they put on a brave face sometimes, or play it cool, but really deep down they might actually have some things there. We've got openness, emotionally vulnerable, acknowledging emotions, and open to taking risks in love. It's lovely. Oh, there's another one here. We got Secret Affair. I took it because it came out. And but this one isn't about a secret affair. It's more about having not met their family, or don't post it on social media, or not going out in public, like keeping this relationship secret. So maybe that was a thing in the past. Maybe it's still currently a thing. In fact, it might actually, it might be a thing because of what's in your wishes. I've just, like, hang on, I remember seeing the Six of Wands, and that's next to the moon. So we will go into that soon. But either way, you will likely resonate or not. Like, was it sort of kept under the table at the start, or is it still? So their Hermit messages, channeled messages are, you are so very special. This is actually the Sun card. And that's in the area of how they see you too. Like, you are so, so special to them. You really brighten their day. This love scares me. That might be why it's been kept quiet, if it has, at the start or at any point. Like, just keep things, because it is a very deep connection. What do you want? They want to know that you want them. Think before you act. I am coming, trust. Yeah, you can always trust that they're going to come forward for you and be there for you. I just wish things were different. There may be needing to be some changes within the connection. I just dream and wish for everything. So there's 2 sevens there. So there might be a bit of, like, uncertainty here. But honestly, the amount of cards I've got that talk about you both want this, like, you're both in this, there's no doubt. I don't have certainty. You guys do, is kind of how it feels. And in time, you'll see that there's nothing to be worried about here. We've got light as well, and that's especially for those that connecting to the mediumship side of this reading, that they are in the light and they're sending you light constantly, especially with the Magician in their heart space. The Ace of Cups, they're constantly lighting. Maybe you're lighting a candle for them. They can interact through the flicker of the flame. There's so many ways they can interact. Oh, if that's you, you would know that. Because they don't stop if you are open to, receive it. So let's jump over to your side of the reading. Just as beautiful, of course, the Two of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and Lovers. This is such a beautiful union. They're your only person. You don't want anyone else. There is no one else to even consider. That's just like, it's not even a question. You just want this person. You want maybe you want a fresh beginning with them. Maybe this is brand new and you're so excited to see where it goes. You might be thinking, oh, like, this looks like a development of like, I can't wait till we can take the next step together and they propose to me, or maybe you getting ready to propose to them with the Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers. You may be thinking about proposing. You may think they're thinking about proposing. There's definitely that sort of energy here. There's I feel like you're waiting for the next thing. You're waiting for the next step, the next level of commitment, the next whatever, whether it's a proposal or a baby's birth or moving together or just taking the second date. Like, maybe it's that early, like, half the things I've said here though don't really talk about a very early relationship. There's got to be at least a month invested here, surely. But you never know. So yeah, just so divinely connected to them. You feel like they're your person, like just so divinely guided towards them. Maybe how you met could have been very special or synchronistic or serendipitous for you, that really indicated, yes, this is my person, this is right for me. In your heart space, you got the Seven of Pentacles. It's that pregnancy-like card, but it talks about investment and in it for the long haul, showing up every day. We've got the Princess of Pentacles and the Princess of Wands as well. So yeah, I think like you're busy doing your own thing, and I think maybe you're a business owner, or there's something about your life where you're kind of doing your own thing, and I see that here. Like, you're, with or without them, you're kind of just I was going to say busy person, and while some of you will feel like that resonates, maybe you just got a lot of responsibilities, or there's complexity to your life. Maybe you have children or a business, or there's things that you're achieving, there's things you're constantly doing. You may be on the go a lot. That could be the case. You just do feel like this is a connection that's to last for you. I think you have faith that they're in it for the long haul, and so are you. You're really excited to keep things fresh and young though. I don't think you want to get bogged into any like heaviness of connection. You don't want it to be boring. You don't want to be that boring old married couple. Like, I think there's someone out there I'm just connecting to that just that fears that stagnancy, and you want to keep it alive, or you want to keep it alive. I think you don't want to be stagnant. You want to always have like something to surprise them with, or maybe vice versa, maybe they surprise you. You just want to keep it fresh. You want to keep it fun. You want to like still play and laugh. You don't want to just get so serious. The only thing you talk about is the bills. Like, I just do feel like you're very playful, and it's a wonderful thing. This connection feels playful. So in the way you're viewing them, they've taken a journey. Two of Wands. You see them as taking a new path in life. Six of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. You may be in the Devil. So they may have people around them that take advantage of them, and you may be seeing that they're making some corrective actions surrounding that. With the Six of Pentacles, maybe some people taking more than they give, and that they've got some finance to secure here. You may be viewing them as like just taking a different turn in regards to who they give their energy and time to, or what they spend their energy, money, or time on. I think you feel very bonded to this person with the Devil card, but it doesn't feel like a toxic bonding. It feels more like magnetics and sexuality expression. Let me just get another card to clarify that, because I don't feel, oh, hang on. We've got the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Swords with the, so Okay, so you have, I think sometimes you might wonder if you're in competition, like, are they going to go back to their ex, or are they going to betray you in any way? Are they just a flirty romance with other people? I think you worry about that, and you may see them in that light, that they might be out for more than one person, but I want to assure you that they're not, with the cards I'm seeing in their energy. What's the truth of the matter? This is how, in the area of how you view them, so it doesn't mean that that's true. So what's the truth of the matter? Three of Wands, wait and see. What's the truth of the matter? Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles, okay. Seven of Swords again. Okay, can you trust them? Four of Swords, maybe not. So interesting. Five of Pentacles. No, this is how you feel though. I don't feel like you can't trust them. I really don't. Why is that coming out then? So, can you trust them? Yeah, like, I think you can trust them. And so this does not have to mean like cheating or sleeping with other people or anything like that. It really doesn't. It might just mean here that you're not so sure that you can rely on them to be consistent and stable and provide enough, and not like slip into old behaviors or anything that's going to sacrifice or sabotage the connection. I feel like I want to unpack more, like, how else are you viewing? Why? How about why are you viewing them that way? That's a good question. Why are you viewing them in that light? I mean, you may know. I don't. Why are you viewing them? Nine of Pentacles, Three of Cups. Maybe it was hard to get a commitment from this person. Or like for some of you with the secret affair card, like you may feel like you are a secret affair, or that, you know, and because of that you feel like, well, is it because they have other people, or like, why am I a secret, or why you may have felt that they want to be single, or you sort of, but you also see them in a very devoted light, which is interesting. Maybe the commitment hasn't fully been grounded in this relationship. Oh, Five of Wands. You may not have the same opinion all the time with things. And I think there's a big fear of loss here. The World, the Five of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Star. This is something you're both working through though. I do feel that this is something you do want to work through with this person. What else can I ask about that Devil there? How will things progress from that energy? The Empress. There's definitely that journey of motherhood there with the Empress, pregnancy. How will things progress from that Devil energy? The Nine of Swords. This is fear. It doesn't mean that it's real. This is how you're viewing them, out of fear. You have fears surrounding them and their movement or their choices. Yeah, you're constantly keeping your eye on them perhaps as well with the Page of Swords, or maybe it's the other way around, that they're fearful, so that makes you worry about them. There's definitely fear here, but I don't think that it's, I really just don't think it's, I think it's something to address within yourself, from your own personal insecurities or past experiences where you've been hurt or something like that. So you can come through that. And I do feel like this person's in it for the long haul with you. Your desire for the connection moving forward. We'll move on now to the Hierophant, the Moon, the Six of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. So I want to say he because it's a king, but your person has King of Cups in the headspace, and you have Queen of Cups down here in the desire for the connection. You both want to continue this loving connection with each other. With the Moon and the Six of Wands, that kind of does echo you wanting to not have secrets within the connection, or not have the connection be a secret. You want to, maybe there's, you want to announce to the world that you're even together, or that you're making the moves that you're making together, the steps you're taking. You would like to see commitment. Again, a marriage card here. You may, be expecting, you may want a proposal or to deepen the commitment. You may want them to choose you if they haven't. Yeah, you definitely want to bring this relationship forward into the next level of commitment. I'm going to get one more here. Oh, Four of Wands. Maybe wanting to move in together, or like renovate or buy a house together. Six of Swords. You just want to leave the fears behind. Leave any of the chaos behind. Yeah, any of the stuck energy behind. Because they do view you with the Seven of Swords, or Seven of Wands, and Eight of Cups. So like there are times when you feel challenged. There are times when maybe you feel triggered or jealous or insecure or something here, and you are trying not to sit in that victim mentality of it all. You're trying your best to ground yourself and move through that, and they see you working on something personal here, and they want to support you through that too. So that's only normal, that, you know, it's natural that that stuff comes up, and it's an opportunity to heal that within self. It's not their responsibility, it's ours, and we can do that with their support. We can do it for each other and for self. There's so many wonderful reasons to address insecurity, and so many blessings that come from that uncomfortable work of doing so. And you do have the card Jealousy here. Afraid to lose you, wants you all to themselves, can't see life without you. So you're maybe very attached to this person, and I really want to tell you, I don't think you need to worry. Like, they have the most beautiful cards for you in their headspace, the Ace of Cups, the Six of Cups. There's so much memory here. They reflect on the past quite a bit with you, and you've got the same energy in your headspace. Two of Cups, Lovers, Ace of Pentacles. It's so beautiful. You don't need to worry. You don't need to be jealous. They love you because you're you, and there's nobody else that can match you. And you feel the same about them. We've got this incomparable card, incomparable love. Sex feels like magic, unlike any other experience. You do. That's probably why you feel so attached to them too, because there's something very unique about them, very special. You're very proud to be with them. You're proud to have them by your side. You maybe talk about them all the time. You're very impressed with this person. They are magical to you. And we've got triggers your inner child, playfulness, and teasing puppy love phase. And yeah, there may be some of that playful bullying that happens. It's actually really lovely. It's enjoyable. It's sweet. Innocence. So there's a really sweet connection. You don't need to worry, and you can come through any of the challenges you may be facing in regards to jealousy or insecurity for sure. Answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. You got 3 full moon cards that wanted to come out. So we've got, revelation or culmination. You got conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. So the answers are coming, conclusion is coming. So whatever this is that I've talked about now, you will find resolution together. Surrender to the divine, allowing it is exactly how it's supposed to be. Whatever that means, like whatever it is, however it is how it's supposed to be. And you can rest in that and know that everything is fine, everything is safe. Now I've got 2 of these cards from there. I'm going to read this one and just touch on that one perhaps. We've got into the vastness of it all, and drink from your own well, water your own garden. So self-care, and I kind of get that's your energy too, that it's very important to just take care of yourself right now, and all else will be well based on that decision alone. But into the vastness of it all. There'll be times when being alone can make us feel so very small and full of doubt. Questions pour through our being. Do we matter? Do others care? Why do I feel so lost? And the vastness of the silence that greets these questions may seem to confirm our insignificance. But in time, you will feel part of it all, and your form, your shape, your being will fit within the greater design of the world. You are significant, for you are a child of this planet, and you belong here. See the small one before you, like the little small bug there. Is it a bee? It looks like a little bee. See the small one before you, the tiny flower, the bird, the wing of the dragonfly. You are not so small, for they see you as great as a mountain. And maybe I will jump over to the water your own well, since I've still got you here. Drink from your own well, water your own garden. When we are alone, we learn how to not take our inspiration or sustenance from others. We need not drink from their wells. We do not feed from their cauldrons. We do not need anyone else's energy to generate our own. We can create our own energy, find the source of the spring within us, and begin to drink from that and discover who we are when we are most ourselves. Within you is the spring, drink from it. Within you is the garden, water it. Find the source within you. Do not seek inspiration elsewhere. This is not a time for that connection. Now is the time to follow the path until you discover the grail of the self and become your own light. And I can see that it would really benefit this relationship as well if you're both giving to yourself and supporting yourself, then you can come together with full cups and really share and honor the connection deeply and truly without insecurity or fear. That's why self-care rituals and that being a part of your everyday is so important. That's why I love the weekly general reading, because I do like to, you know, really encourage that. the connection with self is the most important one. That's why I don't do too many love readings as well. But we have today, I felt like it was overdue, and I think that's all I have for you here, group 4. I'm glad I persisted with your reading. It was an interesting one. I hope that it resonated and gave you some sort of clarity, validation or guidance within this situation, and look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 4.